treasure Andy Suizo, and I'm with my group mates. It is Jiesselle Gueco, Jamel Martinez, Jonalyn Espartero, and Laika Erosa. And we're presenting Potato Corner.
Potato Corner is primarily known for their flavored French fries. Starting only with a single food cart in a single location, the brand has now become a global food franchise with over 560 locations in the Philippines and 120 in countries including the United States, Indonesia, and Panama, with several more on the way. If you're in the Philippines, it wouldn't be hard to find a Potato Corner branch in malls, schools, bus stations, and in areas you would frequently go to. Potato Corner may also have kickstarted a new trend of franchising food carts because the brand's success has convinced business owners to realize that you don't need to put up a massive restaurant to be able to make a lot of money using the franchising model. October of 1992, Potato Corner opened its first location in SM Mega Mall, and it was nothing but a small food cart, and that's simply because they couldn't afford anything bigger. Jomag also shared that their first office was in his mom's house, and their first filing cabinet was his mom's old oven. Humble beginnings, really. Funny thing is, as is usually the case, it wasn't a smooth ride, especially in the beginning. Jomag recalls the errors they made on their food cart. In the first 3 months, they changed the cart 3 times, because apparently, their first cart had the wrong sign, and later on, they made several other design changes that required them to change it a couple more times. So yeah, if you're making mistakes in the beginning as you launch your business, don't worry, because the big brands you see today made their fair share of errors. Jomag recounts that since most of them had no prior experience in a corporate environment, it took a lot of time and effort in order to learn the ropes. Things like learning the function of the board, shareholders, and CEO, they had to learn it all as they went along. Basically, learning by doing. Within the first month of operations, Potato Corner has already achieved the return on investment, and all 4 founding team members who needed to borrow money for their startup capital, all 4 of them were able to pay their loans back immediately. And just like that, the flavored fries craze has begun. Entrepreneurs who wanted to franchise the brand have started sending in requests. Growth was the priority for Potato Corner, and franchising was the fastest way to achieve this. One of the reasons why, well, they didn't have a lot of capital at their disposal, and so they had to use the franchising model. But here's the thing, during that time, franchising was still a novel idea, at least in the Philippines. Sure, you have big brands like Jollibee and McDonald's making it look so easy, but at that time, they had to learn it by themselves, reading books and doing their own research on franchising. Luckily for them, they had Jomag, who as I mentioned earlier, worked at Wendy's Philippines. And so he understood the mechanics of how the franchising model worked. Despite their limited knowledge on franchising, they accepted their first franchisee. This was only 3 months after their first branch opened, and this would be their second location and the first one that was franchised, opened in UE Recto. And that their first 3 franchisees were closed on mere handshakes. Even without the formally structured manuals, they pushed through with it. They needed to grow big as fast as they possibly can in order to keep competitors at bay. Jomag shares some helpful advice to those who wish to expand using the franchising model. He said that when there's demand from people to franchise your business, don't wait, just do it. Most entrepreneurs wait too long as they claim that they're still perfecting their systems, but the problem is, if you wait too long, you might miss out on the opportunity to grow, and that could lead to lesser franchise requests. Now here's the thing, they knew that although their flavored fries idea was the first in the country, that it wouldn't be that difficult for entrepreneurs to replicate their concept. For Jomag, it didn't matter that they were the first mover. What mattered was that they dominate the territory. That they put up as many branches as possible so that they could reach more people and sell more flavored fries. And so they needed to go at it fast. In under 2 years, in 1995, Potato Corner went from a single branch to 70. They soon discovered that their franchise business grew much faster than their company-owned stores. At this point, Jomag shares that so many competitors have entered the game. They counted at least 300 other brands who were also doing flavored french fries. 1995 was also the year that Potato Corner introduced the sour cream flavor, one of the best-selling flavors today. This was also when they finally entered the Visayas region. By 1997, Potato Corner had over 100 branches. It is also around this time when Jomag would leave the group to work with Mr. Donut. But then, 1997 was also the year when the Asian financial crisis happened. Businesses took a big hit, Potato Corner included. The brand would go from 120 branches down to 40. During this time, while he was working with Mr. Donut, Jomag was also taking his master's in entrepreneurship from the Asian Institute of Management. And since one requirement is submitting a business plan, Jomag was working on one for a laboratory business. But upon learning about Potato Corner's decline, Jomag scrapped the business plan and began working on a recovery strategy for Potato Corner. He worked with several business consultants to help him come up with a feasible solution for the issues that the brand was facing. This plan needed to ensure that Potato Corner rises again. As soon as he graduated from AIM, Jomag resigned from Mr. Donut. He then presented the 5-year business plan to his former partners, and then asked them if he could run Potato Corner again if they liked his plan. And they loved it. And just like that, by 2001, Jomag was back. This sparked a new period of growth for Potato Corner, growth that went beyond the Philippines. In 2003, Potato Corner got a call from an Indonesian student who studied here in the Philippines. He wanted to open a Potato Corner branch in Indonesia. At first, the group declined due to the fact that their focus was in building Potato Corner here in the Philippines, but the student persisted, calling them again and again. It took him 3 full years before Jomag entertained the idea of expanding abroad. And so finally, in 2006, the first Potato Corner location outside of the Philippines opened in Indonesia. Something similar happened in 2010. Another Potato Corner regular inquired about the prospect of bringing the brand to the United States. Jomag and the group studied the market and asked several consultants about the feasibility of entering the US, and they were actually advised not to enter the US, saying that it was like selling ice cream to an ice cream house since the US market would most likely already have several brands selling flavored fries. But that didn't stop Potato Corner, and so in 2010, the first Potato Corner location in the United States opened in LA. Jomag's advice when entering other countries, he said that you should get good lawyers. They'll be more expensive, but you'll thank yourself for doing so in the long run. Now, for growing locally, apparently one of the strategies of Potato Corner is targeting schools. Jomag has consistently shared that the brand's target are children. In fact, the Potato Corner trademark was selected by kids. Being able to set up a location inside the school cafeteria is extremely beneficial for the brand, but doing so is very challenging. What Potato Corner does is that it uses a profit-sharing plan where the school gets all the earnings of the branch, but Potato Corner earns from the supplies that the branch will need. But why go through all this trouble? Why not just choose another location? Well, that's because entering a school allows the brand to tap the student market. This is important for Potato Corner since they know that if you develop what I call as brand love with the younger market, you have a shot at creating a long-term relationship with this audience. And that's kind of what happened with Potato Corner. When the brand was starting out, it was marketing itself to children. And so today, those kids, now all grown up, have bigger spending power, making them more profitable. If you're unaware, the 20 to 35 age bracket is highly sought after by most brands because of their spending capability. They're young, they now have jobs, but they don't have families yet, and so they could spend their earnings more freely. And in Potato Corner's case, since they've been building this relationship with this audience since they were little, all they have to do is wait and make sure that their product is still good as it was before. And not only that, many Potato Corner franchisees were exposed to the brand when they were little. If done correctly, the long-term returns are huge. Sure enough, things started really going Potato Corner's way in 2015. They projected growth of around 20%, but what happened was they grew by 70%, reaching a whopping 500 locations. From a service crew of 4, Potato Corner now employs over 200 employees in their corporate offices and company-owned stores. Many of these folks have been with the brand since its foundation in 1992. Of the 560 locations in the Philippines and 120 abroad, only 20% are said to be company-owned. The rest are franchised. Imagine that. From loaning $37,500 to start a business to now having 680 branches. Potato Corner has come a long way, and it is truly remarkable.
Hi, good day everyone. My name is Jiesselle Gueco. What is Potato Corner? Potato Corner is a global Philippine food franchise known for its flavored French fries. In way back 1992, Potato Corner's first ever stall up in SM Mega Mall. And after that successful start, the franchise increased in various places in the Philippines and also around the world. That the first ever Filipino franchise in history. So I choose Potato Corner because first, it is Filipino business and the owner or the CEO of the business is also a Filipino. And this successful business started in just a stall and that's inspired me to franchise this business. But not only to start a business, but also to make another history or to promote the Filipino business around the world. That also make me proud for being Filipino. Also, I realized after reviewing and checking the background history of Potato Corner that they prove that the Filipino people or business is not only for Philippines but also for international.
What Potato Corner inspires about? Or what does the Potato Corner that made me inspire? Well, most of us like Potato Corner because simple is just a bite size and you can get whenever you want. Actually, it's just the same price as others, but the difference is a lot. It is a lot of flavors and it is a really fresh made. And most of the children wants it. Even adults. Like me, I love Potato Corner and the most inspirable thing that I can say that a lot of people loves French fries. That's all. Thank you.
I am Jamel Martinez and now we are going to talk about today is the story of Jose Magsaysay and who is now a successful businessman and he is now a co-founder of a famous potato corner. Si Jose Magsaysay, bago siya mag-umpisa sa kanyang negosyo, he started as the lowest rank. So, nag-umpisa ang kanyang pagpasok sa food industry bilang isang janitor noon sa Wendy's noong 1983. And then, pumasok siya bilang part-time job dito as a working student. And then, dito rin nag-umpisang tumaas ang kanyang ranggo nang ma-promote siya bilang isang management trainee and patungo sa board of directors nito sa loob ng isang dekada. At simula noon ay in-encourage siya ni mentorship of Wendy's Philippine President at dating former Secretary C.T. Pardo para ipagpatuloy ang kanyang flavored fries food concept kahit na nagtatrabaho pa siya noon sa Wendy's. At nagtrabaho rin si Jose Magsaysay sa isang Mr. Donut bilang isang general manager noong 1999 at pinalaki niya ang stores na ito bilang from 250 to 800 bago siya umalis noong 2001. At dahil sa kausayan niya sa pagnenegosyo ay nakatanggap siya ng maraming parangal katulad na lamang ng Franchise Excellence Hall of Fame noong 2003 at naging MVP Bossing Award noong 2011 and Entrepreneur Award of the Year noong 2016 and 2019 AIM AAA Distinguished Alumni Achievement Award. At yan ang kwentong nakaka-inspire ni Jose Magsaysay na isang successful businessman na ngayon na dahil sa pagpursige at tiyaga ay naabot ang kanyang tagumpay. Thank you po.
Hi, I'm Jonalyn Espartero. I'm here to discuss about the Potato Corner. Is a full-owned Filipino company that is now one of the most successful local businesses that is also reaping success in other countries. It can be found in all malls and the brand has gone from just kiosks to stand-up stores. It's amazing success. Like most other success stories, started with a leap of faith and has gone on to establish it as one of the most profitable franchise in the country. Jose Magsaysay, may-ari ng Potato Corner. Nagtrabaho siya sa isang international burger chain na magkaanak. Naisip niya kung paano niya ito mapag-aaral sa magandang eskwelahan at mabigyan ng maayos na kinabukasan. Naisip niyang maghanap ng sideline para magkaroon ng dagdag na kita. Nagkataon naman na inimbitahan siya ng 3 niyang kaibigan na magtayo ng isang negosyo. Kumuha sila ng inspirasyon sa kanyang bayaw na yumamanda sa paglalagay ng iba't ibang flavor na popcorn. Kaya inisip nilang magkakaibigan kung anong produkto pa ang maaaring pumatok kung lalagyan ng iba't ibang flavor. Napagdesisyonan nilang lagyan ng iba't ibang lasa ang french fries tulad ng cheese at barbecue. Dito nagsimula ang Potato Corner.
Potato Corner is a global Philippine food franchisee knowing his flavor French fries. Today, this food court has become the top of the mind, entry point for building entrepreneurship, and has seen its business expand in the Philippines and overseas. Na-inspire ako mag-franchise ng Potato Corner dahil ito nga ay mabenta sa bata at matanda. Kahit saan mo siya ilagay ay hinahanap-hanap siya, at kahit patago or harap siya ng tindahan ay mabenta ito. Hindi siya agad nalulugi dahil marami nang naging successful sa business na ito. At lumalawak pa ito sa ibang bansa. Hindi lang dito sa Pilipinas na marami nang nag-franchise ng Potato Corner.